Let's say you and your spouse over the years paid for life insurance. When your husband dies, you expect to receive the insurance you paid for, right? Unfortunately, that's not what happens when a military husband or a veteran dies. Here to explain the terrible widow's tax that unfairly costs military spouses thousands of dollars is Lori Steiner. Thanks for joining us, Lori.
Glad to be here.
And I understand that you just got, speaking of military and veterans, you just got a certification from the Veterans Administration?
I did. I'm Veterans Administration certified to represent clients in planning for veterans benefits and then the actual application, any hearings that come from that.
And that's important because without that certification,
yeah, you're on your own. You got to have the certification to represent people before the VA.
What's the widow's tax?
Wow, this is awful. The widow of a service member who died from a service-related cause is legally entitled by law to a survivor compensation from the Veterans Administration. But some service members also bought insurance, extra insurance, so that they would have, the surviving spouse would have some additional annuity payments coming in. But the problem is there's a quirk in the law. What happens is a widow, the insurance benefits portion is reduced by the value of the survivor's compensation that they're receiving. So this is costing, tens of thousands of widows across the country, thousands of dollars. It's awful.
So let me make sure I understand this. So there's a benefit that survivors get when you survive your husband or wife.
Because you're entitled to some kind of a benefit. Your spouse died, serving the country.
And that you don't pay for, that you get through your tax dollars. And,
yeah.
All right, so you get that. And then families also bought life insurance.
Paid premiums for those life insurance proceeds.
But you don't get both?
You can't get both, not the way the law is right now.
And people were told about that, or they weren't told about that when they bought the insurance?
I don't think they're really told about that.
No,
they think, well, I'm going to help out my spouse and do this nice thing, and they're turned around and slapped in the face from the government.
Now, there is, and it sounded crazy when you told me about it, but there's actually an exception to this rule.
There is, and it is crazy. So, a widow can collect the full insurance benefits and the full survivor benefits if she remarries at age 57 or older to another man.
So if you get remarried, you get more money than you would if you didn't get remarried at 57.
Yeah, it makes no sense, right? No sense to you, no sense to me, no sense to these Gold Star widows who are out there. They're trying to change this law.
I don't blame them. It makes no sense. I don't understand it. So has Congress made any effort to change this thing?
There was some effort, but the problem is it kind of made things worse for some of the widows. Okay, so the widows aren't getting the entire amount of the insurance that was paid for, and that wasn't fair. So the government decided that they would refund at least part of the premiums that were paid into this insurance policy annuity.
Okay.
So you get something out of it. The problem is if you've gotten these refunded premiums and then you go ahead and remarry another man at age 57 or older. So now you're entitled to the full insurance benefit and the full survivor benefit. You have to, in order to get that, you have to refund the premiums that you got back to
which could be thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. Maybe you've spent it. You may not be able to swing that.
We've talked about some strange things on this show over the years and some strange laws, but this one might take the cake. So how do we fix these problems?
Oh, well, you got to take some action. We're encouraging people to get involved, the voters out there. You need to contact our representatives down in Washington. So first there's Senators Sherrod Brown and Rob Portman.
Okay.
We want to ask them to support Senate Bill 260, which would end this widow's tax. Also, you need to contact your local members of Congress to support House Resolution 178. So that's S-260 and H.R. 178. We want to put an end to this widow's tax for good.
Very good. Good information, something people, I'm sure, don't know too much about.
Veterans Administration keeps a lot of their benefits a secret.
And we need to get people involved. Thank you, Lori.
Yes.
The widow's tax is just unfair, period. We don't lose our life insurance just because we get Social Security. Military widows shouldn't be treated any differently. Contact your federal elected officials and tell them to support Senate Bill 260, House 178, H.R. 178. We need to end the widow's tax now.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information, or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, what you don't know could hurt you. We'll prescribe what you need to know about the information on your pill bottles. Flooded by real estate paperwork, we'll help you wade through it. Then Mom and Dad always knew best, but now you need to know what's best for them. We'll help you make the best of it. Plus, polishing up your pearly whites and how to protect your home for your kids. Until next week, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.